terms of device and Blame F. And as you might expect, technical setup from Complexity, 4 flashes, a smoke, and a Molotov stare. Oh, I felt like that should have been his. He'll be dinged to kick things off, but the bomb has been spotted. First frag for Astralis as they mow them down towards shore. That's a beautiful start.
What a difference it would have made if Elige actually got the full 100 damage onto Stare.
Right.
That would have focused their attention somewhere else, but instead they get locked in the tunnel. Nobody wants... You don't want to be backpedaling through that tunnel. Doors opened, but they're well aware that someone could be up. Buzz will find another shot, make it a triple for himself. And they're hunting down JT. He's not going to get a chance. Nobody dies on the Astralis side as they win the pistol. Having a great time.
Nice to see a big smile on Device's face. Lord knows it's been a while.
True. I think he had 27 kills at the end of Vertigo.
That's quite impressive. I didn't actually notice that. But this is a great pistol. Astralis with the boost, taking the aggro from the short push. Finding 3 kills as Device and Buzz get 5 between them. No force buy, no bomb planted. So, full eco here.
Can I get a replay of that jump from like a bird's eye view? You understand what he wanted. He wanted to do the parkour HE grenade. Blame F on for the ace. Henry, he's hunting for it.
Another ace.
There, he's got the Glock. Surely he could do it. Oh, it's close, isn't it? Oh, Device.
Oh, Devo, what are you doing?
He's stolen it back, hasn't he?
Oh, God. That's a bit rough.
Although maybe psychologically...
Might need to pause after that one.
You keep Blame F hungry. We know he does like the... he likes the kills. You keep him hungry for another race.
I asked Blame F in these Coffee with Henry interviews. I asked him about some of his diets and approach, and I heard a rumor once that he used to eat 1 cake a day, like a full birthday cake, to maintain his macros. He said that wasn't necessarily true, but it wasn't false either. He said at some point he was eating a lot of cakes in his life just to kind of get the calories in, you know?
Yeah. That's going to be my claim in the future. When people catch me eating cake, Henry, I'm going to say I'm following the Blame F diet.
I'm bulking.
I'm on the Blame F diet. Turns out I've been on that for a while.
Yeah, it's a cake-o-me. Turning a new leaf. I'm going for the cake-o-me diet.
Grotesque human being.
So, a little bit of kerfuffle towards middle. Some damage exchanged. And Elige and Hulzerk taking the brunt of it. Elsewhere on the map, CTs have planted their flag towards short here. This is actually quite a compelling setup, all things considered. They've got the SMGs in a prime position here. 2 of them, the MP7 focusing towards connector. Buzz's MP9 working the short area, but it's Monster. The main area of contention here is Stare to defend. Good flashbang, as you might expect, and he just about gets away.
Oh, this is what worked for Complexity the last go-around. They were so good at attacking the bomb side, but this time Astralis actually holding on to it. JT's going to get shut down, and Hulzerk 1 versus 3. The bomb is dropped real far away from him, and he's got 30 seconds. This is where Astralis don't need to fight at all, but they will catch Hulzerk out in the open. They could have definitely also played it slower and waited for a potential bomb plant. I don't really mind either way, but it's a good defense. But this is the exact formula where Complexity over and over again last time they were on Overpass just ran down their opponents, and it was so efficient. You know, Jacob was saying in the pregame during the analyst segment, was talking about how he felt probably Astralis will have had enough time to adjust to this and be ready.
Well, they're looking like they've got a firm understanding of how to shut it down. Deny them any access towards B by having playing territory outside the bomb site. Take down the numbers there. Don't allow them to execute with their full potential. So far, so good. 3-0 for the Danes. Loss bonus racking up will be a maximum into the next round, so they can justify a half buy here. Some Desert Eagles working towards long. Run boost to try and avert the gaze of Device, but doesn't have to commit to this fight, and he'll just be peeling off.
Did he fire the Eagle before he landed? I think he just...
Possibly.
It's a quick way to make the history books if you made that work.
True.
At range, mid-air, run boosted out. Feeling a bit adventurous, perhaps. Astralis are not giving Complexity a lot of openings because they're so far back on the map, which is probably good news. Could see they're searching for it. They'd love to find someone out here, especially if they could find the rifle to go with it. They're not being giving much of a chance. Smoke to slow them down. Looks like it could still, I guess, be, but it looks like they're sort of gravitating towards the side of the map. They've got one smoke, one flash that they just put out to run right through. Oh, it's actually a very good flashbang. Hold on. This is a bit interesting now. Blameth, front and center. He's going to get a couple of kills. Dualies are back out, and he gets the triple. Hungry for more. He's denied the ace earlier, and I don't think he got a chance this time because Stair's been showing up to help out.
Well, it was looking like that one could have collapsed for Astralis there, but Blameth saving the day. Buzz will be removed, and so will Floppy eventually. 4-0 for Astralis. An opening pick found for the North Americans there, but unable to capitalize as the captain mows them down. Held strong, denies the plant as well. And the perfect start here. They're known for their T-side performances so far. And able to post a single round. So, get into round number 5 here. This is where the AWP come up for Halzer, yet to post a frag. AWP for Device as well, Anders. And we've got Blameth, who's 9-0 right now, yet to die.
And he's paired with Device, and he always has been on this map ever since Device joined the team. The two of them are playing this duo on the A side of the map, and it's very hard to break through. How nobody wants to be up against that. The Device and Blameth duo, I think, is probably not talked about too much because we haven't seen the success out of Astralis yet, but I imagine it's going to go on to be quite a hard duo to play against.
Just a note as well, they haven't won a single series yet, but Blameth is still in the top 5 performers at the group stages here in Copenhagen. So yeah, he's had some great form, but it might be enough again for Complexity, Anders. They've been absolutely wrecked at the start of the round. The active nature of this Astralis CT side is proving very difficult to deal with, and once again, they've got nothing to do.
They have 4 kills in total, Henry, on the Complexity side.
That's a good point.
It's not ideal.
It's not where you want to be. That's fair to say. Their map pick, they're yet to even commit to an execution or even get some key territory on the map. Like, they have not even got bathrooms control yet.
Yeah, but this exact kind of push, right, is something that we didn't see out of Astralis last time, right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have those kind of forward, aggression to stop. Because the problem is, Complexity proved in the last go-around that they are able to take control outside of B and then execute into the B bomb side. And once they get that stage, once they can throw the flashbangs, once they can send someone through the tunnel, they have a lot of really cool ideas for that. I think Danny was talking about, I think Mahone in the Mahone zone was talking about the Molotov that's actually landing right, I think, where Borb is playing on that ramp.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
And then the flashes to come through, like how you can do it. So, like, they have a lot of tricks, Complexity to do this with, but they haven't been allowed to really do them yet.
Yeah, certainly not. They don't even really get anything done this round. They just have to give up the ghost. 2 players survive in T-spawn, but again, Astralis finding all of the kills before they've even committed towards a bomb site there. And starting to rack up a lot of cash here as well. Just pushing off towards a short position. The nade has blown off the door. You can see that they're trying their best to answer back here, but they're scrambling into these positions. And it will be a tactical timeout now. Still at the maximum loss bonus, but they are yet to plant the bomb. With 5 rounds in, they haven't even come close to planting the bomb. Bear in mind how the pistol went down as well. Didn't even find a single kill.
Yeah.
So even on those sort of rounds, everything is falling apart from them left, right, and center. TC will be joining the comms. See what he can muster up here, because Elige, even with the maximum loss bonus, has 3,500. Grim, 38. So a Galil will have to be purchased regardless. Just deciding who will be operating with it.
Start is not ideal for Complexity, we can all agree.
So, this is weird. So, they've gone for Halsek AWP. JT, who is having a very quiet series, he's got the AK, and it's a half buy elsewhere. So, the 2 saved weapons, hoping they can cause a dent here. I thought, like, considering the maximum loss bonus, they'd probably try and invest a bit more into this one. This is absolutely fine. We'll see if they can crack things open. Waiting towards shore here. Now, the CTs have conditioned them with all this aggression. They've taken a tactical timeout. You would assume they're probably going to be conditioned at this point. They're going to be very aware. And at this point, Astralis not giving them anything. Denying any sort of contact towards shore. Knowing there's an AWP still up and about.
I mean, that's scary, isn't it? Picked the right way, maybe. You could have got the kill right then and there. Device lucky to be alive, I dare say. Bomb outside of B on Holzerk, who I think he wanted to peek through and catch someone jumping, but they got Molotov then smoked off, so they just couldn't do anything.
So at least they've got positional control to go for this B execution. They've only got a couple of flashes now, so it just have to be the contact play, Anders.
Oh, this is huge, though. Speaking of contacts, they're really deep on the site. Unfortunately, they lose the first kill. Orb just lands it on JT. Floppy's going down next. And now a little bit of a shot for the smoke. They're really being slow. I don't like this complexity. I feel like they need to kill these people on the B-bomb side before Mount Backup starts to show up. They're not going to be possible. They get wiped out. No casualties on Astralis. 6-0. And they're still at those 4 kills.
You're joking.
I think so.
No, you're not. It's correct information. 4 kills after 6 rounds total. And it's JT at the top of 2. So that's about the worst news you could possibly imagine after the first map, and the way it went down. The scoreline's a little bit misleading because Complexity were up 7-2 and then didn't really post anything after that fact. Device feeling confident, rightly so as well. Look how well this is going for them. Barely giving up any kills here. This can still fall apart. The job is not done yet, but here comes the grenade from Device. Doesn't connect this time. Just going to be evacuating the area, adjusting the setup.
You see the frustration on the whole circuit at the end of the last round. You can really feel it. And I mean, I think they're right to be frustrated.
Well, bear in mind, this is the game that really does matter. This is the knockout stage round 1, right? So lose this best of 3, you are going to the showdown. You win it. You're not guaranteed the arena yet, but you're 1 stage closer.
Yeah, you can keep it alive. Showdown is a brutal format, and so it takes up sort of a week that maybe you could use to prepare for something else.
Absolutely,
you could boot camp a different way. It's definitely risky to end up there.
Inconvenient, for sure. So Borab, this position is always like, you would think, oh, it's so common. It'll be checked, but it's just so powerful, especially these smokes coming down.
That smoke timing.
That's they're just going for the B collapse.
It's going to be 20 seconds, I think, when the smoke fades. If you wait that long, it's very, very risky. And they're thinking about it, going through Borobot close. He's so flashed. It's a great flashbang and a good follow-up there, though, with the multi-spray down. 15 seconds, and the bomb has dropped. The Liege is real far away. He was hoping to catch rotations for when the eventual bomb plant happens, but it never does.
Oh, that's the best chance they've had, Anders.
Yes, it is.
And there's no plant again. That kind of says it all. That's the best round they've possibly had, and they've run out of time. They're nowhere near a plant. Suggests it didn't actually go too well at all. Stare, delivering the goods. Big spray down there. His teammates dropped. They were in the right position, but Flashbang called them. You can see he actually was looking pretty good for Complexity. Then Stare, prime position. There was no utility left. He had some open runway. Mows them down. AK-47 in hand as well. That was the best opportunity they've had so far. TC, he knows this one is spiraling. The boys looking frustrated. Zerk will run the gauntlet through the flames, trying to find the first pick, and there might be one available, but it's Device. He's helping himself towards long, and he's got a prime angle as well. Looks like he might be good for his first frag once again. The flashbang catches him, but he recovers.
Are they going to expect this? This is such an off angle with an AWP. The flashes, you would have thought that's already it. Oh, so he's going to be really mad. They flashed their way in to check it. They had the idea, but Device was just playing such a slippery angle that they never really found him. And now he's even moving forward, looking for more. JT with a good long headshot. It will not make a difference in the end. 8-0 for Astralis.
They are playing the perfect game so far. BlameF has only died once. The mixture of the aggression, the passive crossfires, Device changing position every round, seems to just have such a perfect read of every situation, Anders. Like, his teammate gets the aggro towards playground, or party, I should say. At that moment, the moment he swings, and you can see how frustrated Holzerk is. He's getting the information. There's 2 kills available in the middle. Swing now. We can get these frags. He leaves long for a millisecond. That's when Device commits. And he goes down. You can see it's getting the better of him. Holzerk 0 and 7. Every time he gets an AWP, he has been removed. He's had 0 impact. And they're 8-0 down, second map, and tournament life is on the line.
It's brutal, isn't it? I'm not surprised to see Device feeling this at home. I remember one of the first conversations that really happened about like how much you could anti-strat an individual was actually Device anti-stratting Fallen specifically on this map and just breaking Fallen down at a point where he was, you know, at a really high point in his career with the AWP. But Device was one of the three where they just studied him so hard. They knew every tendency that Fallen had, and Device has that kind of work ethic, I'm sure, still. I'm not surprised that you can see him. He's just slipping the net. He's not quite getting flashed. He's just at an angle that Holzer's not peeking. He goes down again. The frustration continues. It's going to be so heartbreaking. He's 0-8 right now, Henry. You just can't find any luck.
They didn't extinguish the mollies at the start, the 7 mollies, so you know you've got some grounds that you push forward into playground there. So unless you extinguish, the CTs will punish in that manner. So BlameF can't believe his luck. He finds Holzerg, who's taking damage as well as we get the 5-on-4 advantage.
I think Device knows that they're there because they fell off the boost. So inside of the B bomb site, they will have heard that little drop off. So he's actually just going to be able to hold this. Might even push forward at one point. It doesn't matter. they don't even need Device. But he knew that they were out there. So that's why he's just holding the angle. He's so sure it's another flawless round. It's a 9-0 for Astralis.
This is the home map of complexity.
Not anymore, Henry.
Well, apparently not. We've been talking about the T sides non-stop, how good they've looked. And like I said, they didn't extinguish that second Molotov, so he knew he could get through, make a lot of noise, and Holzer just didn't see it coming at all. And that's another huge round. Have they even planted the bomb yet? No, and with 9 rounds to play, the bomb has not even become close to going down. So, they've actually maybe found a gap here. Device scrambling. Hits the first shot. They will bust through, though. Yeah, so that's actually not a bad play.
No, it's not.
BlameF, though.
He's thinking about it. Grim had the right idea.
As the Orpa
Smart play, yeah, he knows, but BlameF hard to kill at the moment. Finally will. JT able to catch him, but that slows it down, and it still brings it into a 3. We'll say that. 2 versus 2. JT trying to make up for it. He's up to 6 kills, and he's brought them into one of the better positions they've been in yet. Complexity. 2 versus 2 here. Floppy. My God, it was close to him getting that kill. I think Buzz almost walked into it.
Yeah, Buzz thinking better of it, using the shelf instead. It's a strong position. And what's their next move? They have a JT AWP, Floppy on the M4, an HE, a smoke, and a flash. Oh, this looks like a kill for JT. Oh, how's that gone down? Floppy will bring it back to 1 versus 1. Bomb has been dropped, flashbang over. They need this. I think it goes without saying. He needs to deliver at this point. 100 HP. And surely the kill, and it doesn't go in his favor. It looked like he had a chance there, Anders. That was the best opportunity they've had, but once again, the bomb doesn't go down. There's barely a fist bump in the Astralis camp. They are in cruise control right now, 10-0.
Yeah, relentless.
Has Holzer got a kill yet? No, 0-9. God damn.
He's the first casualty in so many of these rounds. It's obviously super frustrating to have a match like this. Generally, I would say he's been playing very well throughout the tournament so far, but
you would save as well. If they won that round, it's 9-1. Someone could bring a speech to the table, be like, come on, lads, we can get the rest of these now. This isn't done. Let's get 9-6. Go, let's go. But then you lose that round as well. Now it's 10-0. And you've got a technical pause just to stew over the absolute abomination that is this T-side star for complexity. This just couldn't be any worse for them. They've just got to sit there in silence now and accept it.
This is where I feel like sometimes it can be very helpful to have someone who is a funny person on a team. So because this kind of silence is obviously super dreadful. It's nice to have someone who's a little bit of a comedian, say something funny, say something offensive, anything to get people.
Not too offensive. They are being recorded right now live.
Well, you know, within the realms of, you know.
Sure, I know what you mean.
Keep it cool.
Yeah. Well, bear in mind, we heard the comms in the first map.
Yes.
And things were looking pretty good. They had a couple of rounds going in their favor, and they were like saying, oh, I like you. You know? It was jovial.
It was jovial.
I can imagine the comms aren't like that anymore.
I don't like you anymore.
Yeah, that would be the next insight we get.
Oh, no.
But if you are just joining us, if you are seeing the insane scoreline on HLTV, wondering what the hell's going on, what does this all mean? This format can be confusing for some if you're not following the entire tournament. This is the knockout stage. So we're in the second map right now. Astralis did win their map pick of Vertigo. Overpass is where we thought Complexity would do a lot of their heavy lifting, but so far, not so good. 0 rounds posted, tournament life on the line, you're down and out. You go into the showdown if you lose this series, and they are yet to plant a bomb as we enter round number 11. Same sort of approach from Blame F. That second incendiary gives him access to the playground, Anders, and he's got the opening frag again. I can't believe it.
Doesn't even see him. He just starts to spam, and it's a kill. Elige out, Holzerk is next.
Oh, I can't believe Holzerk's died as well. He needs to go somewhere else. Stop going to the playground and start, bro. It's not working out. Maybe they can find some success in towards B, though, making a lot of sound, and, well, Buzz will be dropped. This is a chance for the bomb to be planted for once, though. Yeah, it's looking good.
It is looking good.
I dare say they win this round.
This is what they need. Floppy, good shot. Something to bring them back. Don't get completely blanked here in the opening half. Blame F and Device, they are the two heavy hitters, but smoked off once again is Blame F. And even if they won a bunch of rounds here, there's no real point in throwing a lot away. Unless you feel like you can get a kill right now, they're going to run out of time anyway. I think they might just settle for trying to lock them in.
They don't commit to a retake here or anything like that. They'll try and stay alive, not necessarily safe. Just try and do as much damage on the exits here to Complexity. They can take 2 of the AKs away, means compromise buys in the future. That's exactly what Blame F's going to go for here. Trying to lock them in. Ducking and weaving. Knowing they could be low on the other side. The bomb is going to hurt them as well. Floppy will be dropped, so there's the 2 guns.
And he wanted to throw the Molotov.
Exactly, so he knew he could actually potentially get the last kill as well, but that would do. They saved the AWP. They managed to only allow Complexity to take a single rifle out of this one, but there's the first round for the North Americans here. They were scrappy. They had to dig deep, but it has finally arrived. And as mentioned, one player actually living to tell the tale will make things complicated going forward. A Galil for Elige, and they need to start converting some rounds here. Some convincing ones, because top and middle has been an absolute nightmare for them. Blame F just mauling them.
Shot for Device. Reposition for him. He's not been there with the AWP before, so I like the change of defense. And Floppy will go down early. Buzz finding his 11th kill. He's doing quite well down to the B-bomb site. And the nightmare might just continue here for Complexity.
Could do. It's going to be a B finish. 2 players towards shore. Grim and Holzerk with the bomb. Holzerk yet to frag. There's that Molotov we were discussing. Flashes to go over, and that's presumably the full commitment here. Back and forth we go, still with a man advantage. The double spray down is on.
JT solo, and they know where he is. Stare already realized he really got the tag on him earlier. Gonna go and take him down. Holzerk finding the first kill, the second now of the map for himself, and he needs 2 more to be the hero. That would really bring it back, but he's now locked in behind the box. The AWP is right up there waiting for him, and Device will not even give him a chance, but at least he's on the board now. 11-1 though.
Yes, he's on the board, but they are 11-1 down, Anders. That is a good point. $2,900 per player as well. No bomb planted again. Not even close to picking that one up. Nice shot from Device as well. Barely saw him. And it'll have to be the tactical timeout called by, you guessed it, Complexity. TC trying to chime in, save the day here. A rescue mission of sorts. Need to find some morale here. Something to grasp onto. Do they take the eco? A half buy. They're averaging $3,000 per player.
I feel like surely you go for it.
I don't know. It's kind of pick your poison time. Half buy would be too much. A full buy might not be enough.
Yeah.
And we've got the full buy coming through. So 3 Galils, a Desert Eagle, and an AK-47. It's enough to win a round, but what we've seen so far, like, I think they need to do set pieces from the get-go, Anders. Like, these defaults aren't working. They're getting decapitated in terms of map control. They can't hold on to anywhere. So I would like to see a set piece. That time will tell. They're going to be combative towards middle once again, extinguishing the initial smoke, but losing 2 frags to Blame F to kick things off. They don't even see anyone.
He's 18-3 behind that one.
They've tried to counter it now. They tried to extinguish the smoke and push through, but he's just jumped up on top of the smoke. He hasn't committed to the push, and he mows 2 of them down, and yeah, what do you even do? You have to keep going. Use your Galils and hope for the best here. No one will be too confident in the prospects of round number 13. Halftime coming up soon. If they can find 3 rounds, I mean, it's the absolute bare minimum. But it doesn't start well here. 12-1 looks almost locked in. A perfect setup here for BlameF and Device. Spots one. Gets the bomb as well, and even commits to a little bit more of a peek.
It's gotta be so frustrating playing as BlameF. He's got that multi-kill potential, but he's also, you know, keeping himself alive a lot. He's, you know, he's not over-aggressing. You see him there. He probably could have crouched in for the shot against Holzer, but he's like, nah, I'm cool. I'm just gonna hang around.
It's just one of those rounds, like, when they're in this mindset as well, that they've lost hope. They're gonna be going with some more audacious picks. Like, these rounds can spiral. Like, Holzer will just be all guns blazing right now. Fighting. Looking to get any sort of point of access, but we'll see if he can get one. 30 seconds here, but unfortunately Device will be ready and waiting to pick up his second kill of the round. 3 for the big man in the middle, BlameF. That was his 19th frag, has only died 3 times as we go to round number 14. And that was the force by Anders. Again, no bomb planted, 2 frags given away at the start.
Clearly, clearly been a 2-cake day, this one, Henry.
He must have been stacking them up today. Extra icing. And yeah, Device doesn't really have to work too hard here. Very relaxing scene for Astralis. A half buy is called. Scout Steagles. 13-1 looking likely. Back towards middle. You very brave here, lads.
Well, they forced in the last round. It didn't really work out. You did say it could have been a warning. You know, you go for that force up. Maybe it's not enough firepower. And now you're in a really weird position.
Yeah, these are must-win rounds. Even with maximum loss bonus, you just have nothing to work with because you're not planting the bomb. They barely even got flashes to access the long area. Thankfully, a missed shot comes in from Device. It's not that he can really capitalize upon it, though. What do you do with this now? He's having a field day, but Grim, nice pre-firing towards the connector, will find BlameF, who's been potent to say the least. It looks like BlameF will lead towards the demise of Device. Here we go. A man advantage. I don't think I've said that too often, but they're walking into Borov's aim. 2v1.
That could have been throwing the round away. Good conversion for Grim. You want to see that kind of thing happen. Yeah, swap it out. He's low health. Maybe try and see if you can send him into final information. Stair very often has been playing down to the B bomb site, so that's why they're a bit paranoid that he still might be down here. And Grim, look at it, he's just taking a task. He's saying, I will run in and check everything. If he's here, we're going to find out. Holzer holding the back line. Stairs walking in, and Holzer to get that kill every single time. So, 12-2. Second round for Complexity is very much late in the hour to try and start to make a comeback, but, you know, you have to try.
Well, that's all you can do. Like we said, tournament life on the line here. No more chances after this one. Already a map down. Sure, it couldn't be going worse for you, but like I said, 12-3. That's not outside the realms of possibility. Sure, it doesn't look great. It's likely you lose, but it's not impossible. Got to hold yourself together here. Try and keep Holzer's head in the game.
Yes. Somebody.
Here we go.
Get him in this.
They've got a response now.
Yes, they do.
But he's
surely dead, Device. There's no way to live through this one. He wanted the deal. He's so greedy with it, but he's going to get traded. Out in the open again.
So you can see now, like, sure, it costs you a lot of your resources. 2 smokes at the start, but at least it denies access to the party position. Like, that was overwhelming for them. They had no idea how to stop him once he got in toward that spot. They were losing every duel. Just have to give up the smokes.
Look at this. Astralis sort of taking a page out of Heroic's book. You rotate 3 to the A bomb site, but you don't just defend it. You're pushing forward to try and catch the T's, and it actually could work. Stairs there. Oh, and the timing, it could have been better. Spray's not really perfect, but it doesn't matter. No one's looking.
It's the bomb as well he finds. Oh my god, the grenade does max damage. Elige is in a lot of trouble. I'm surprised he survives to tell the tale. 2 points of health. Back to a 3-on-3. All of a sudden, this round looks possible. Beautiful shot from Floppy.
Yeah, that was with conviction.
Yeah.
Again, Floppy, I think it's been a reliable resource for Complexity throughout the entire tournament, really. 9 kills on him right now.
We said 12-3 was the absolute bare minimum in terms of a chance to convert this game, take us to a third map, and maybe they can do it. Bore up to defend. Final pushing towards B.
That HE could do a lot of damage to Elige. He's going to get the kill anyway, and yeah, BlameF going to be right on top, but not enough for the kill on Floppy.
Oh, he didn't plant? Oh, he did.
He did. Yeah, I thought for a second. I was like, wait a minute. Well, let's see what BlameF could do. He's only got 4 deaths. Might be given his 5th right here in the 1 versus 3 to try and steal the round back. It'd be heartbreaking for Complexity. This is the most winnable round that they've had yet. This one is essentially locked in, but BlameF is looking to see if he can just get it open again. Yeah, the smoke, there's a massive gap, but they're going to be a little bit panicked, aren't they? He does have a kit. They should be peeking. They're not peeking yet, and there's Elige. I don't know how he lives through the round. He gets a quad kill of the starter, I must say. Although, someone did see it coming. Jacob, Pimp, Vinica was talking about it, saying, you know, he felt like Astralis would have adjusted. He's maybe more right than even he could have expected. This is wild what we're seeing here. First half, absolutely misery for Complexity. They need to have a strong start. They need to win the pistol, and then they need... I don't know. Someone has to step it up individually. Floppy was trying to get there. Elige was trying to get there, but they need so much more than that.
It's never over until it's over. 7 guns for Complexity. Jeweler leads for Elige and Grim, and Device dissecting the map, making strides towards the A-bomb side, slowly but surely.
This is actually a style that Elige played last time. Remember how much Elige was infiltrating this A-bomb side by just taking his walk up long, and it worked really well?
If you can get him there all the way towards bank undetected, you don't even have to commit towards B just yet. You can just see what he can find. And so far, that might be exactly what's happening. So yeah, in towards bank, and they don't want to commit until he actually gets in position where he can find the kill. Then they want to start creeping their way in. Well, they're aware of it. God damn, how's JT done that?
That's massive. So much time off the clock. Now Astralis like, well, there's no choice anymore. We just have to go for it. Hope that we get the openings because we've been completely called out. Good flash to set it up, and maybe they can get the bomb plant. At least that would give them something. Grim is on a very long flank. They're going to be boosting up on top behind the smoke. Oh, this is interesting. The round is still on, Henry.
Absolutely is. It all starts here. It's Stare to try and find the opening frag. That boosted BlameF is going to be a real nuisance now as the bomb is ticking at some pace, but handled. The Jeweler leads, shining bright there, Anders. An interesting round. I can't believe JT had the presence of mind to be checking CT spawn. I guess it was just way too quiet. They suspected that the only hole they had on the map would have been long. And Device, yeah, he tried to puncture the backlines there, but JT just one step ahead of it. The big brain comes out on top, and Astralis still get the bomb down, Anders, but what a retake this was. Even with the boost up and towards heaven, they managed to come out on top. And that's the must-win pistol landing in their favor. Starting to believe now, knowing this is their map pick. And it should be for a reason. But the bomb was planted, so you would expect the potential, at least, for Galil to come out in the second round. You can buy in the third and maybe guarantee a round on the board. But if you're looking to steal one away, this is the time to buy. And I'm seeing a Galil for BlameF and Borup. So that seems to be the case. They'll take a tactical timeout, looking to close things out early if they can win this round. Job pretty much done, Anders. This would be an opportunity to find the win potentially right now.
Yeah, they must be feeling confident, Astralis, in terms of closing out the game. So that's probably also on their minds. It's just, you know, before Complexity get to warm up too much, just see if you can close the book on them right away. But yeah, I mean, the fact that they realized that there was a flank coming in is definitely well done. I think probably BlameF could have played for the actual plant itself. I think he was looking a little bit deeper to try and catch
He'd already got
someone.
a kill, though, so they knew he was there.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have really done too much for him, especially when they got the USBs. The bomb's not... Well, it could have was planted for him, to be fair. You're right, but I guess they knew of his position.
Yeah.
Trying to make it chaotic and actually find some manpower, but either way, they now know what they're up against. Galil's confirmed. And a bit of an exchange here towards Connector. I was going to say, Stare has an opportunity to strike towards that position. At least get a trade for now, and counter device, of course it connects. It looked like he was done for, but they've got the man advantage, and Grim is tantalizingly low as well. Buzz can't make it happen in the B-bomb side. That was a brave maneuver, and one that doesn't work out for him.
They still have 50 seconds. We'll see if Complexity make a mistake in rotating towards the A-bomb side. They're getting there. The bomb still on that side, with Device and BlameF duoing up, although it's going to start to fall back a little bit, so you can tell what they're doing. How long before Complexity realize? Smoke to keep their attention towards the site. BlameF is out. He's still got a flashbang. Could also throw it down to the B-bomb side from up here if he really wants to. But yeah, he's going to commit it here. Again, just about selling the idea. And it leaves just JT alone. If he goes down now, the round might be over, and he is going to go down. Borup sneaking through. It's a bit of a disaster.
Yeah, it couldn't really be worse for them now. The fake is perfect. It keeps 2 players towards the A side. JT overworked in the position, having to look towards Short and Monster. At the moment he looks away, he's peaked. He even did well to do some damage there. It doesn't work out. That's the round done. And like I said, this one is pretty massive. It's the 4 spy of Astralis round number 2. Getting 13 rounds on the board, and you have to save now. You've got 2 M4s, so not all is lost, but most of it is. Lost bonus will not be there for you whatsoever. You're going to get $1,400 per player on top of the 0 you have right now, the 2 M4s. So a chance. Grim and Floppy can single-handedly win you the next round, but they're going to have to dig deeper than ever. As we go 13-4. 3 players survive for Astralis. 22 kills for Blame F, just to note that. Horzerk, who had the nightmare start, starting to wake up now. He's 7-14. It's Grim who hasn't been able to have any sort of input here. 4-13 for him.
Yeah, this is not the complexity that anyone was hoping for.
No, just from how good they've looked in general. Like, they've always had, not necessarily winning all the maps, but their T-sides have always looked fantastic. Like, in terms of execution and fundamentals, they've always seemed to have interesting ideas and a different approach to other teams. But this is an enviable spot. It's double scouts for tournament life.
Personally, big fan of the double scout, Henry.
Well, they fully invested as well, so they're all in.
There we go. It's the first tag. Give us another one, Horzerk. You've got nothing left to lose. Just, oh. Is that it on Buzz? Yeah, I think so. A little bit more. Here's on the other side. Fair enough. Grim. But there's Liege. He finds a headshot on the device. It's still a 4-on-4. But a couple of people have been tagged up already on the Astralis side. And Liege very, very active. As you should be. Why stand still if you buy the scout?
It's
not what it's for.
I think they win this round, the CTs. I think the scouts have set up very powerful positions here. The A-bomb site. Oh, the flashes, though, are making things a bit more complicated. The Molotovs aren't bad as well. That's what might change the outcome of the round here. It was looking great for a second, and now starting to shrink. Bomb planted. Just increases the chances here for Astralis. Borov chiming in as well. Now there's 2 saved M4s, and there's 14-4 is locked in, and now you just have to save. There's nothing you can do. And they're going to be getting $1,900 per player into the next round. So it'll be similar sort of territory. Like, you might as well buy.
Yes.
It can't be going, we can't really justify saving any more weapons.
No, definitely not. Borb with 14 kills. Just talking about him, I think he had the start of his career in Tricked. Then he was on North Academy at one point, and then shuffled around in a bunch of these tier 2 or 3 teams in Denmark for a long time. But when Copenhagen Flames went under, like, what a surreal experience for him. Like, the organization that you're in actually stops existing. Sure. And then you're on, you know, not that long after, you're on Astralis. Like, what a pickup.
I don't think many people would have predicted this move.
No.
Like, obviously, experts of the Danish scene would have had some insight as to what Borop was up to, who he's playing with, and face it and stuff like that. But yeah, I didn't see this coming whatsoever. Like, it's a name we're all familiar with, but not a name you'd think would be in that conversation. But so far, so good. He hasn't had any crazy standout performances, but I'm noticing his fundamentals are fitting in well.
Yeah.
It seems to be...
He's not there for those anyway, right?
Exactly,
like
right. He's not part of that fragging unit that we expect.
Let's see. 10-round lead, Astralis. Complexity. Actually not buying into this round that much.
I'm surprised at that. I get, like, it's literally like pick your poison. It doesn't...
Sure.
Right answer here, I'm afraid, but... Yeah, I would think you're not going to recover a 15-4 game. Like, you might be able to win a round of 2 M4s and
yes,
some Deagles, you know. That's my thinking, but like I said, it
would have been my approach as well.
There's no correct answer here.
No, not really. Yeah, either one is very unlikely. You know, you're either playing for overtime or you're hoping for a wild round and then a more comeback, just to get to 16 before the other team does. Either one is probably very unlikely. Floppy's out here. Gonna run right into the M4 of Step. And that'll confirm that the B-bomb side is empty.
Yeah, that's the problem. You think, oh, he's got a kill. Maybe he can do something with it. No, unfortunately, that just gives up his position. It does some damage towards him. They know he's so far removed. That's series point. Complexity are not going to be making it to the arena on this showing. This is them eliminated now. So the showdown. In terms of the run here, like, let's just talk about the context of this one. It's the first event with a Liege.
Yes.
Everyone was super hyped about that prospect. In the first game, they came out all guns blazing. They had NIP, and they managed to win 2-1. Really epic series. Liege managed to get the best stats in the tournament after day one. He was looking great. Moved on to Vitality, 0-2. They got absolutely wrecked there. Let's be honest. They didn't turn up. It was one of those games you're like, well, it's Vitality. Like,
Sure.
you're probably going to lose that one. But bear in mind, NIP went on to beat Vitality.
I know.
So that's confusing. So kind of suggests that maybe Vitality weren't as strong as we thought, because they only really took down, what, EG, Complexity on Roots, then lost to NIP.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a bit confusing.
Right. So...
And now they're back.
Now you've just been owned by Astralis. Like, what are you taking away from this event? Like, we've had some good showings. Our T-sides were decent, but overall, we couldn't keep up in the last couple of showings.
Yeah, it's a good question. I would say my overall takeaway is probably just an inconsistency that maybe is to be expected at the start of a new roster like this one.
Absolutely.
But obviously, those inconsistencies can breed a lot of frustration. In individual moments, I think Elise definitely has been playing well. I think Grim overall has been pretty steady. I think Floppy's been the one that I feel like has been upgraded a little bit more from before this. And I have high expectations still of Floppy. I think he's still a really good player. So, yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm not necessarily heartbroken and completely in despair for Complexity. I think there's a lot of individual pieces that are looking good for them. But this kind of collapse is a little bit alarming. You don't want to see that, right?
You don't want to end your tournament on this, no. You want that pick, 4 rounds, like, barely got the bomb planted on the T side, which is what you're supposed to be good at. That's your thing. That's the identity of this squad. It's the tactical prowess, the executions towards B, the understanding of the rotations and the timings, and it's all come crashing down to this moment. 11 rounds in a row required to keep the dream alive here. A chance at the Royal Arena.
I think Buzz might have spanned Borup. Maybe it was somebody else. But either way, Elige will certainly take full advantage. Headshot to bring him down is a good kill in the right direction here for them. Stairs can open it up, and Buzz! Oh my god, the shot towards the barrels. Grim, the only one holding onto the bomb side. He has to stay alive. Complexity, the whole tournament of the line for them here. Elige and Holzerk trying to now retake it. 2 versus 3.
The smoke goes down towards shore. They are done for, Anders.
Yeah, you're right. How do you even start the retake at that point in time? Bomb is being very delayed right now. Astralis really want to know what's up. They finally go for it, and they have identified one of them, Holzerk, on the other side. At the L bend with the AWP. Flashed into it. Blamef wanted to take that fight.
Oh, he's low.
He is a bit low, but he's on the right side, and they're not expecting it. Henry, this is all over. Blamef comes swinging back into it. A huge couple of kills at the end, and just a remarkable performance here for Astralis as they managed to bring down Complexity with Blamef at 27